Let's go. 90 Wolf.
Here we go. Double tight. No. 3 down.
Let's go.
I got 87.
They'll get this out wide to Boyd. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Check 50.
Second and 11. He completes it to Boyd. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards.
Complete to Tyler Boyd.
Set. 18 Gator.
52's the mic. All day.
Back to throw. Herbert almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal.
That's going to be a long
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. Looking to throw. Herbert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Eifert, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 7-0.
Bengals 7, Raiders 0. Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Check. Crunch. Swing. Low.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got the artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
29.
Hey, 2. Check. 52's the mic.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
4 down.
87's mine. Don't worry about that.
Safe.
Yo, Chief.
52. Mike 52. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Carr now to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
That's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Run to the ball.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
25 to the mic. We're going 20.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Come on, fellas.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Raider 1.
Hey, high 7. We got to get the...
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Let's go.
On first down, Herbert. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell. And now it's 2nd down.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it.
Hey!
Football. Big edge.
To throw again. Herbert. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, 1 man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. He'll get it up the middle, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
We got 6 all day.
Joe Mixon with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. They were able to stop him at the line on first down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. and they got it done on the second try.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Geno Atkins. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. This is caught by Antonio Brown. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Throwing now is Carr. And that is incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
They can't hang with us.
Yes.
Mixon with a first down carry.
Win championship, baby.
And he's got this down to the 35. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back to Mixon on first down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
50, plant.
I got one. Check safety.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert trying to lay one up deep. It's caught at the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll give it to Mixon. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0.
Brings up second and goal at the 4-yard line.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another second and goal. Back to throw. Herbert. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's third and goal.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Check 99.
He can run for it, and he will. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Randy Bullock on for the field goal. A 21-yard attempt.
Skolnick's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Carr now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. Now Carr again. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
A gain of 26 yards. First down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Bandit. Wide.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. So we time in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Come on.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Herbert, and the catch good. It's Eifert. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
And he fires one that's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Express.
Mike 57.
Hey, what's heavy?
Check. Shift.
Check 26.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
On second and 11 now. Carr got an open man. It's Foster. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Robert Foster, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Break.
25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic. All right,
Topper. Fire.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check, and they're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one, but maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. Now this throw caught left side, and he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half, first and 10. Now Joe Mixon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here I come.
To throw on second down, Herbert. It's caught by Treadwell. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Laquan Treadwell. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Give them a couple on the catch. It's second and 8.
It's second and 8 at the 23-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Carr. That's complete to Sanders. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Now Carr. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a give to Jenkins running right. And he's got this down to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go with Jenkins again. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
On 3rd down, Carr. Open man, here's Foster. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Robert Foster with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Raiders get a score closer. They go for just one here as it's up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Maurice Hurst, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, and maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in. Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now, 180.
54. Coming.
Quick throw caught out wide by Renfro. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range, and guess what? They've got a shot.
The Raiders on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Carr. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. That's Foster hauling it in over the middle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Into the red zone. It's Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Robert Foster there to make the grab. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
McManus's point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert, he's going to air it out deep for Green. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
To throw on 3rd down. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now? 10
yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Carlos Dunlap in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Carl Lawson in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
54, right there, 54, Mike.
Watch the back.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Antonio Brown can wreak havoc in so many ways. Here he's able to cause a PI penalty.
He runs the defensive backs with such speed and power. I think it creates panic on their end, and a lot of times they just reach out and grab him, and that's the result there, a pass interference call.
On first down, Jacobs. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Now,
54.
180.
54.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down.
Hey, watch. Hey, Orbit. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch.
He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, it could come back at you a long way.
Extra point from McManus is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Come on,
The
set.
Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation? Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with 2nd and very
Hey,
long.
lock it.
Back. He's checking. Crash.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Back to throw. Open man, Erickson. That's complete. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
90, Wolf.
56. I got you, son. 56 to Mike, boys. 56.
He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go.
Here we get it.
On 4th down, Herbert. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Raiders are going to win the football game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee.
Monday, down, 180.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for our visitors, the win is number 9 for them on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home